Previously on 2 Past Midnight, you see a small village.
This is usually where we send Merrick in.
I'm on my way to Zvolena. My daughter is there. She's with her in-laws there.
Actually, I know the Grubicks in Zvolen. So your daughter is Amelia?
Yeah, that's my daughter, Amelia. Do you know her?
We were at the wedding.
Bruce here thought he had seen his tank possibly at a gas station.
Yes, there's the gas station on the main highway.
When Jan died, I didn't have a reason to stay anymore. One day we were out scrounging and he was shot, and no one could tell where it came from.
Died so far.
I think it's been fun. We've had plot reveals, little
backstory,
breadcrumbs dropped in here and there, possibly.
And we found friendly people, which hasn't happened.
And you found friendly people.
Which hasn't happened since the monastery?
Mm-hmm.
I avoid it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it was like, yeah, you guys found some friendly people. So, and the monastery wasn't really even all that long ago, honestly. Like
when every moment you're holding your breath and time stretches out on eternity.
It was at least one character ago for me. So it's been a minute.
Yeah, but if we count by your characters.
Oh, no, one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you.
Like, they're always coming and going and going and coming.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Speaking of friendly people, like I had planned on asking Dominica, like, hey, what did you do in the military or whatever? But it's kind of like, hey, you go there, you do that. And I was like, fuck it. Murph not going to do small talk.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, that's fair.
Like 28 hexes ago, we were at the monastery.
Oh, I thought you were counting episodes. I was like,
no,
yeah.
28 hexes ago.
Yeah. See, that's less than 28 episodes, I guarantee. It was the one right after the barrel one. If anyone wants to look back, that was the monastery.
It's 173 miles.
Miles? What are miles?
Bound and Barrel, a moment of Abby Normancy was episode 116. This will be like 20 plus episodes ago.
Yeah, about the amount of time that Clark lasted.
Right. It was still a while ago.
Because it was like 23 episodes. It was episode 23 when Clark got killed, if I remember correctly.
Oh, and I did have a thought from the conversation on Saturday. Adam Driver would have been a perfect Clark.
Oh, yeah. Adam Driver would be a
just
perfect Clark.
Just the, perfect, normal, regular dude.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Regular Dude, Adam Driver.
You'd have been a good cast. You'd have been a good get.
Ryan Gosling.
Too pretty.
No, for LT. I'm thinking Ryan Gosling for LT.
And I still think Clancy Brown for the captain would have been great.
Clancy Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the captain that Captain Emmett kills for his
Jeremy, you're going to Google Clancy Brown and feel stupid for not knowing who Clancy Brown is as soon as you see
Are
who
you
it is.
seriously Googling Clancy Brown?
He is.
Oh, I do feel stupid.
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know his name. I thought his name was
Krieger?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially because he was the guy in Starship Troopers that was like a total
Medic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't he was just the drill instructor. That's
know.
what drill
He would have been an
instructors
officer.
are. Yeah.
He wouldn't have been an officer though.
Well, I mean, he would have been a great captain, especially now because he's older.
Captain. Tell you what, we're gonna do this. Whoever can tell me the name of the captain that Emmett got his bars from gets a challenge coin. If you can answer it in the next 15 seconds without Googling it.
No.
How does one Google that?
Cook?
Biodiesel, no. Keep going.
Captain Cook.
Something is short, I think.
Hold on.
Michaels.
Dang it. Farmhouse.
Captain
Fuck that
Michaels.
guy.
Before that.
Michaels. Captain Michaels.
Captain Michael. Dang it.
I already said you had it written down.
Brian's a good note taker.
Yeah.
Dang it. I had it. I just couldn't get there in 15 seconds.
That's why I was in without looking it up.
That's what she said.
I wanted
You
to,
said Googling it.
Googling it is looking it up on paper, so.
No,
Same
it is
thing.
not.
Yes, it is. If
This
you look
takes
it up
way
anywhere.
more effort than
I
Google
Google
right
stuff in
here.
encyclopedias all the time.
What are these encyclopedias you speak of?
Wikipedia? I think you. What's this NC?
This
And-
book
Is that a new one?
This newfangled book learnings that you keep talking about.
No, I got a set of encyclopedias.
As our
Do you?
As our fans think that
Are they
I
from
can't
1812?
read.
All right, so this is where we need to start. Chris, because we haven't done this yet. Actually, the first thing we need to do, we skipped one, but we're going to go ahead and start from here. Weatherman. Weather roll.
Weatherman. Weather roll.
If you're gonna botch one, now's the time.
I rolled a 5.
Okay.
Still cloudy. Actually,
'Cause
you
we
know
all
what?
have roofs.
Just keep things. Roll another one for the evening. Actually,
2.
still cloudy. All right. Choose a side. And still cloudy in the evening. Chris, roll me a recon roll for your observation. Jeremy, what's the definition of observation?
Noticing or paying close attention to your surroundings in order to gain information.
Oh man, 7th grade, man, drilled it in there.
I don't even remember that teacher's name, but I remember the definition of
Wilson.
observation.
I'm
Dig.
assuming we're using binoculars
And we
here.
built a rainforest.
Yes.
8.
Oh, actually, you're using binoculars, but you're losing for the negative for the lighting too. So it wouldn't be just a flat +2. It would be a +1.
Okay. 8 and 11, so 3 successes.
Okay. All right.
By the way, as an aside, the actor who I would picture playing Murph is Max Martini.
Who did we cast him as? Who was it?
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr.
I picked Bill Burr for Murph.
On Saturday. You missed that. It was Bill Burr is what we went with.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, because it was Bill Burr for Murph, and Sully was going to be... who the fuck was Sully? It was...
Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Golly.
Not Mark, Donnie. That's a better choice, acting-wise, actually.
Yeah, no. I think Max Martini's the guy who I have in my head. He's been he's played a soldier in multiple movies, and it's kind of what I picture.
Kyle, roll me a D6.
A 1.
Okay. Cool. That's what I need to know. All right. So the evening goes along, uneventful. You're kind of watching Murphy, and you don't really notice anything. As you look around, you can see they have like 2 people at night, kind of circling around you. You know, not around you, but like around the town, kind of doing like a patrol around it, keeping an eye out also. And but it seems pretty quiet.
Yeah, and my assumption is when she pointed out the perch, I was like, okay, what do you typically have people showing up at your village, or is...
It's pretty random, you know what I mean? Like, it's like some people will show up sometimes. Generally they get left alone for the most part because it's a small little village, but they like to keep an eye out just in case, because there are marauders sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not shooting on sight though.
Yeah.
If I see anything, I'll whistle. You can come take a look.
Yeah. The trick is if they look like they're trying to hide, that's when you shoot.
Yes.
If they're just like, hey. All right, so were you guys sleeping, Emmett and LT?
I was going to do a round of weapon maintenance.
Okay. All right.
Emmett was definitely going to sleep.
Okay.
Knowing that Murph was up, he just wanted to be close to Murph, so if something did pop off, he was able to be alerted.
Okay.
1 success.
And actually, all those rifles should probably get some weapons maintenance at some point because of the firefight you guys had. So the 3 Dragonoffs and the hunting rifle. So actually, if you want to do weapons maintenance on all 3 of them, other than the one Murph has, like,
Would I roll multiple?
yes, 1 for each one.
Another success?
Uh-huh.
A 1.
Do you want to push that roll?
I do. A 2.
Okay. To re-roll the 1, you would have had to spend a challenge coin. I'm sorry, I should have pointed that out.
Would a 1 have negatively affected it?
No.
Oh, then
and I should
heck
have had... yeah, okay.
So I had 2 successes, 1 failure.
Okay. So it would either be one of the 2 Dragonoffs that are left or the hunting rifle, because I'm assuming Chris is up there with the Dragonoff.
Yeah, it would not be Murph's.
Yeah. So roll me a D3. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4 is Dragonoff. 5, 6 is a hunting rifle.
3.
Okay, so one of the Dragonoffs is a reliability of 4 now.
Cool.
I'm assuming that's the one that me and Merrick had been passing back and forth.
Did you guys write down the serial number so you can keep track of which one's which and who's whose?
No, they've all been filed off.
Just in case. Because people are going around checking registrations and ballistics and shit, right? All right, so one of the Dragonoffs reliability is reduced. Brian, you've now slept. Jeremy, what was Merrick doing other than chatting? I mean, if that was your main goal, was to just have a conversation, like to hang out with Dominica.
Your main goal was to give
Dominica.
backstory and initiate, like, continue the plot line.
Yeah, we'll say that was the evening shift, was you hanging out with her and her kind of giving you the rundown of it and
Resting.
Yeah, and resting.
Official game mechanics, resting.
Sure. And I mean, the intel you're able to gather from her is, like she had said before, like occasionally they'll have issues with, with Marauders or Shepherd's Flock or the Soviets, but generally they're just passing through. You know what I mean? Like they're not like stopping here and making a big stink of it because there's just not, it's not worth it,
worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
So, for the most part, a lot of the people here were either too young to get drafted in or too old to, be worthwhile as far as, fighting. And, they kind of left her alone because of her kids. So for the most part, none of them have really worried too much about them and just kind of let them be. Because A, they didn't represent a threat because they were just a small little community, a small little like farming village. And B, they weren't making a big to-do of it.
Yeah.
But
people minding their own business.
But they definitely seem to have Western leanings.
Sure.
So,
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's the gist of what you're able to get from them. And she did say that, they had gone to the gas station at one point, and that was like when they had noticed the tank and it had been, blown up in some fashion. But she, didn't have any more details on it other than that they'd seen it there, but there wasn't anything there worthwhile.
Am I shopping in the morning, or how do we want to handle that?
Do you want to try to find something to trade, or to what are you looking for? Is the question.
I'm looking for.
Were you going to try to find ammunition for Emmett?
I am finding ammo for Emmett. Murph was looking for more 50 cal. Is that what it was?
No, he doesn't have a 50 cal.
Dragonoff rounds.
Dragonoff. Okay.
We should be pretty well loaded up on Dragonoff rounds even after that firefight.
I don't know what he has.
Oh, did you? I want to look. I thought maybe you gave me.
I thought Merrick
a
had like
magazine.
2 magazines worth of it, and he only fired like 3 shots.
Yeah, I've got a full and one with 7 left.
Okay.
So I've got 17 rounds. For
Yeah, and then I think Merrick had
I had 1 reload, so I had the load that was in it plus 1.
right, and I don't even think he burnt through that. And then I don't know what Bruce had, but he had actually held some back, knowing that he is a loot goblin. He said, "I'm not going to let you know how much I have." So I think we're good on Dragonoff ammo, actually.
I mean, if you
As long
want
as
to,
we one shot, one kill most things.
if you also want to look for Dragonoff, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like it's just a die roll to see if they even have it. So
Yes, I would like to look for both M60 and Dragonoff. Those are the 2 things I would like to look for.
all right, so roll for the M60 first.
Can I roll for it?
I was going to say, you do it.
Sure. Roll a d6. I mean, Kyle's the one doing the look-in.
4.
So. All right, yeah, they do have roll 2d6.
2d6?
Yeah, 2d6.
6 and a 4.
All right, you were able to find 100 rounds of...
That's one
like someone
bandolier.
actually has a belt of M60.
That's
Yeah.
one full belt. That's one full
Yeah.
reload.
Yep.
Holy smokes, that is huge.
Yep. But that means you'd have to trade for it.
Which is fun.
Ammo is 1 to 1.
Yeah.
And then I will roll for Dragonoff. I got a 1.
Okay. Okay, so no, they don't have any Dragonoff ammo. It's weird. They have M60 belts, but they didn't have anything for the...
They have a M60 belt. So
They're Western leaning.
They
Well,
scrounged
yeah,
it from the
but-
tank.
Yeah, people had taken their... probably
right,
not.
that's not something. Well, that's just it. They probably just came across this belt of ammo and then they never found anything to use it on.
Yeah. Yeah, and no one else was really worried about it because it doesn't fit in the AKs. So
Yeah,
you know,
it's like, well,
yeah.
this is useless.
Yeah. All right, so no
Until
Dragonoff ammo, but there is a belt
Holy
of
smokes.
M60 ammunition.
So I have 6 Uzi reloads. So those are 32 rounds per. So I'll cash 4 of them out for $128. 100 of those being the bandolier, and 28 will I just keep Uzi rounds? Is that the easiest thing to do?
Yeah, you can just keep it as Uzi rounds. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll
I mean,
mark
you could
that.
still try to buy other stuff with the other 28 rounds if you want.
I just didn't want to be like, can I keep rolling until I get stuff that matches the stuff I need?
Right, right.
Because like I would love an AK. I would love AK rounds as well.
Yeah, you can see if they have any AK rounds. The whatever it is, the 5.
74.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, Jeremy.
Kyle.
Yes.
Kyle.
Okay.
I just want to point out that the ammo you're getting rid of is for a silenced submachine gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're aware of what's happening here. Silenced being, or not silenced, but suppressed. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And submachine guns are really, really good for like,
Room clearing.
I don't know, close quarters.
Yeah.
Every time I've been in close quarters, we've died. So I'm going to avoid that at all costs. This gun will never be
and the
used.
one time that we were out in the open, M60, we live, except you.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I mean,
Okay.
also, you guys didn't do as well in the close quarters because you didn't have close quarters weapons other than a 357. Speaking of which,
True.
you could always see if they have 357 ammo.
He has it loaded now.
Yeah, well, I have it and one reload. You gave me it and a reload, so I have. Well, I actually have 11 shots for it now. Valentine.
I don't know if it should be 2d6 times 10 for all of them, you know, that I'm thinking about it, for each different version of ammunition. Because this is just 2d6 times 10 rounds of ammo. So if you guys want to keep digging through, looking for different versions of ammunition, I don't know if it's going to be 2d6 times 10 for everything. You know what I mean? Because that's a lot.
I rolled a 2 anyways, so you don't have any AK.
Well, I mean, they didn't even have Dragonoff. We were just asking.
Yeah, we'll just say that they happen to have that M60. That's what they had. So,
Okay.
and we'll go from there. Yeah.
So I will cash out 100 Uzi bullets for a bandolier.
Sounds good. I mean, now they have an Uzi ammo, but no Uzi. So
And
they also didn't have an
it's 9
M60,
mil.
so it's fine.
It's 9 mil ammo.
Yeah, well, I'm saying they don't have 9mm. They have the pistols they have are the service revolvers. So,
yeah.
38. Yeah.
And Psalms 2.0 has another 100 rounds in it.
Yep.
So now if we find another ABC and we feel froggy,
we walk around it.
Do you want to try to look for anything else? Or was that it?
We're good on food. We're good on water.
good-ish, but yeah.
Dr. Dolinsky, by the way, says we could probably use some med kits if you're willing to.
Not only that, but I don't know if Bruce would want to share his book of poetry with anybody as far as... No? All right.
Like selling it? No, he's going to hold on to it.
I mean, not selling it, just seeing if anybody can make heads or tails of it.
I can read it.
All right.
Yep. All right, so we get to the end of the evening. Murph, you're done with your evening watch. You don't notice anything. Hadn't noticed anything. Dominica, Jeremy, by the way, is like, oh, I'm going to head to bed. We'll see you in the morning.
Okay, yeah. Good night. I'll just crash here. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
Thank you. And she goes off and goes to bed.
Emmett, you want to take my spot?
I mean, yeah, I can.
You just slept, right?
Yeah, I'm rested up. Go rack out for a minute. There ain't much sunlight coming into that dining room down there. I don't know what, I'm guessing Bruce needs to rack out also, so.
Yes, I do.
Everybody get your sleep, because after this shift, we're gonna move out and head to the gas station.
All right, so Murph, you get into the dining room area where they had kind of put you all to rack out. You see LT's there too, and you can see Dr. Dolinsky over in the corner. He's already asleep. And it's just you and LT there. I say dining room. It's just really just a room that has some, like, what looks like what was left of a wooden table that they've broken up into burnable sizes.
Did you get some sleep yet?
No, not yet. I was trying to keep those sniper rifles working, so it took me a while. I tried to get all three of them, a good scrubbing, kind of. We seem to be wanting to do that whole long-range things a bit, so I got two of them mixed up a little bit, but one of them I just ran out of stuff to do the other one, so. But just trying to keep care of the equipment, set up for that firefight. I can't believe we knocked him down. That was crazy.
I can help you next time with the weapons.
Yep, I looked for you, but then I forgot and I realized you were on watch. So I just thought, I've been relying on everybody else so much to help repair weapons and do weapons that I thought, well, I'll just kick back, spend some time, try to put a little bit of effort into it and see if I can get somewhere with it. So, could do better. So hopefully I get a little bit better at this when it's all said and done. But, we got to take care of this stuff. Last thing we need is another one breaking. Just, that whole time I stared down at that AK that wasn't working was driving me nuts. So I'm going to try my best not to let that happen. Question for you a bit too, because, we were going through and doing some purchases earlier. We found some ammo for the M60, which was pretty exciting. But going through my stuff here, I'm looking at some of our inventory and thinking I got a pistol we might want to hawk if we can find some more ammo for it. Or the Uzi that our English friend had. Just a couple of things here. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what the first thing to sell is, or what the first thing to keep is. Got any advice on that?
Merrick looks like somebody who would like to use the Uzi, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his pistol on him, but if we get into a close combat situation, that might come in a little more handy than the pistol. So I just kind of
how
trying to
about-
keep an inventory on things, and
How about next time with the weapons maintenance? I'll do it with you. That way you can learn firsthand.
yeah, I'd like to get a little bit more experience under my belt. Maybe, hopefully, get a little bit better at it. Because, like I said, I just feel the need to take care of these things because I don't want anything bad to happen to them.
And I saw, or I guess you told me, but you took a hit and got back in the fight. So don't think you're useless. Don't think we think you're useless or anything. Getting back in the fight's a big step.
I appreciate it. Thank goodness for good helmets.
All right, I'm gonna crash.
By the way, LT, if you're sleeping, you could spend experience points and increase your tech.
Was just going to say, I have a 0 in tech. I'm only rolling intelligence.
Right.
So I would like to spend 5 to
And
get
roll.
a D in tech.
Okay.
Since I've and that will be based off that conversation with trying to learn some more from Murph.
Cool.
Because I did end up with successes there, so I can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you spending challenge coin XP or normal XP?
No, I have 8 current XP with this character,
Okay.
so I put it down to 3 and gave myself a D in tech.
Okay, sounds good. Did anyone else want to spend XP on something? I think Brian doesn't have any left.
Oh no!
I don't have enough.
After that last thing, Brian spent all of his XP and all of his ammo.
Yeah, and all his challenge coins.
But
Chris.
Emmett is still above ground sucking air, so we're doing all right.
I don't have enough for anything. I've only got 4.
Jeremy?
And 7 challenge coins.
Yeah. But
I have 0 XP and 3 challenge coins, so it's not enough to actually do anything.
oh, because you spent them before on like the
Yes.
XP that you got
To get
So 10,
survival. Yeah.
10 would take you from a D to a C, right?
Yes,
Correct.
but it'd have to be a skill you succeeded on.
Yeah, I understand. I could do stamina or survival. Both useful.
Yeah. Survival is very useful for hunting.
Well, I mean, there's not really a useless skill.
Yeah. I mean, in things that I
Command.
have been appointed to do.
Hey,
Command is useful if you have people getting suppressed. Or other situations. There are other situations where command comes in handy.
Heavy weapons. Heavy weapons is pretty. Wait, no.
No.
heavy weapons has kept most of us alive this far.
All right, so I'll cash my my 4 experience and 6 challenge coins.
Okay. So you're going down to 1 challenge coin? Yeah.
Yeah, and
Man.
take my survival to a C.
Nice.
Yes.
I like the idea that spending challenge coins helps you from rolling as many ones as well. So it's a nice little balance there of like, yeah, you can trade it in to re-roll a 1, but if you have a higher die size, your probability of rolling a 1 is much lower.
You prevent future ones.
Right.
That and I mean, dead men tell no tales. So
I've told plenty of tales, please.
All right. So that's pretty much how that goes. Kyle, roll me a d6, if you would.
3.
Okay. That's what I needed to know. And move this guy over to there, because that's where he is. Sorry, I'm moving NPCs around and NPC things. Yeah, so the night's cloudy. Emmett, roll me a recon roll.
that's a C and a C, 8 and a 2, 1 success.
All right. Yep, you don't seem to notice anything suspicious. Through the night, you'll see 2 other people, because you kind of saw like them do a switch out and like change over who was on watch, and you see 2 people. One of them's this younger gentleman. He's probably 16, 17, and the other one's this woman who's probably 40s or 50s maybe. She's got a shotgun, and kid's got a shotgun, and they're kind of walking around the village. And while you're sitting up there, it just this area, it's kind of weird because it looks like it's been relatively untouched by the war. Like everyone kind of skipped past it. You know what I mean? Like the buildings are still intact. Like you've seen places that have been bombed out and hit by artillery, and this one just seems like this quaint little fucking village that's just been, skipped somehow.
I don't trust it.
And you're not sure if it's like something they did or if it's, just the fact that it's just a little fucking village and no one was really too worried about it, if they just bypassed it because it's nothing here,
Let's live here.
What they're doing is they're taking transients and sacrificing them to a fey creature that's guarding it, that's keeping it hidden. And the only reason we got let in is so they can sacrifice us. That's it.
I miss playing fantasy.
Off in the distance, you hear,
Do they have coyotes in Poland?
it was a wolf. It was a wolf. You don't quite see anything, but you just hear it off in the distance. What's it look like for Emmett up there?
I mean, Emmett's just kind of, he's up there a watch, but he's got the binoculars, and he is looking at his map that he's got, and he's really just trying to look for, if he can see that gas station, like the road, all that kind of in that direction. It's that almost like hyper focus. We've all had a chance to sleep, we've all had a chance to eat, but now we need to get back to moving. So he's kind of trying to look for the, out east there is kind of where he's kept his eyes kind of focused.
Yeah, you don't really, you can't see it. You'll see like a burned out building or like off in the distance. But honestly, your distance that you can see at night, cloudy, is like very limited. You know what I mean? Like the actual distance you can see. So
he's just kind of hyper focused, scanning the horizon on that side.
Mm-hmm. It's just blackness out there. And as you're looking off that way to the east, all of a sudden you start seeing a little bit of red. And a little bit more red, and you can tell that's the horizon now. You can see the sky starting to brighten up in the east. Kyle, roll me a weather roll.
6.
And the clouds are clearing away, so now it's that like really beautiful sunrise where you get like some of the clouds, but you can tell that like it's clearing up, and it's like it's reflecting off the bottom of the clouds, and you're getting the pinks and the crimsons and just that mix in that sunrise. And as you're looking at it, you're also reminded that part of the reason why the sunrise and sunsets are so fucking beautiful at this point is because the air is filled with dust from countless nuclear strikes.
If you were to be so glass half empty.
But it's another beautiful fucking sunrise.
Hooray!
As Emmett sees the sunrise coming up, he would come downstairs, kind of rouse Bruce and Murph. Hey, this is the day the Lord has made. Let's rejoice and be glad in it. We got miles to get under our boots. Let's get moving.
Actually, it should be a fairly short trek.
Let's hope so.
We can have breakfast and relax. We don't have to just beat cheeks. We're just going.
The tank isn't the final destination. We know that. My son is not at this tank. That's just the next stop, as we hopefully can figure out where. We don't hit the tank and stop. We hit the tank and hopefully figure out where, figure out where my son went from there.
I guess you're thinking 2 moves ahead. I'm just thinking get to the tank and go from there. But okay, let's. One more question. So, are we dragging 9 worthless people with us, or are they staying here?
I mean, that's up to them. They asked us to kind of watch over them, and I told them I would help them get north. I told them where we were headed. Novak knows what the plan is, so we're headed to the gas station. From there, we'll figure it out.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'll just... Sure.
Murph's already up and strapping shit in. All right, ready to go?
We would then, once our group got our stuff together, ready to roll, we would go find Novak and let him know that we were headed to the gas station.
Okay, I would like to see you find your son, but I think the rest of them will stay here. I will go with you and help you track him down a little bit, okay?
That sounds great. Told you we will keep you I'll keep you alive as long as I can. That's what I told you I'd do. You were headed north, we were headed north. This so far has been mutually beneficial, so.
I could not find Gustav, but maybe I can find your son.
Well, I don't think we should write either one of them off so as of yet, but I'd appreciate it if you came with us. You seem to have a lot of expertise that might be handy if not a lot of clues got left behind.
Mostly, if we just run into a bunch of people, we can just throw you in like bait again. That seems to have worked out pretty well for us.
He's not bait. He's diplomat.
Yes. Diplomat.
All right. I think we're ready to go. Yes?
Yeah, let's get moving out.
Dominica, thank you so much for your hospitality. I'm gonna go with these men to the tank. Do you have can you spare someone to guide us there, or is it easy to find? Will we have much trouble getting there?
It should be pretty easy to find. Like she gives you like pretty good directions. So like she's like, it's this blah blah blah. It's on the highway. It's this exit number. You know, I mean, this is like her fucking neck of the woods at this point. You know, yeah. So she's like, it's pretty easy to find. I don't know how useful any of our people would be.
Okay.
But
no, but thank you for all your help. We're going to go check on the tank and then possibly return, if that is okay.
Of course, you are more than welcome. And so the 4 of y'all are gonna go to the tank. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yep, that's the next one we're headed to.
All right. Somebody roll me a recon roll, or a whatchamacallit, a survival roll to navigate, and then somebody else roll me a recon roll for looking.
5 and a 6 on recon or survival. Sorry, survival.
I was gonna ask, would you put your extra skill in?
Survival. So now that's a B and a C.
He's better.
Yeah,
now,
but
Brian.
But he said one of us has to roll one has to roll the other, and you.
I mean, it doesn't matter who
roll,
rolls what.
I thought you could roll both.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the same person could roll both. It's fine. I just
Okay, well, I got 1 success on survival
All right.
anyway.
okay.
Oof, 4 successes, a 10 and a 12 on
On
recon.
the recon roll.
Yep.
All right.
We become invisible.
That's not what the recon roll means.
We spot everything. Everything.
We can see sound.
All right. So if you guys want, go ahead and move yourselves on the map to that hex.
I would just like to say that I can't believe we actually made it here.
I can.
I can't.
I totally believe we made it here.
It's been a long time coming too that you guys have been.
I'm just looking at the map, and knowing all the places that we've been, like to actually hit another one of these destinations, like.
Yeah, I mean, prior to this,
we're not dead.
All those X's look like a bad game of Battleship.
Yeah, that has been a trek.
Mm-hmm.
If you notice, it's a spiral because we're just headed down the drain here, but
Somewhere about Kielce, right? Yeah, that has been a minute.
yeah. No, it's been a while since you guys have been going along and
look
trekking
around
here.
you. We've entered the 9th ring of hell.
Weirdly, it does seem like we're spiraling around the 3 marks, or at least the center of them, right? Fun.
All right, so tell me what this looks like, you guys going along. So I have a general idea of marching orders and who's where and who's doing what and all that shit.
Well, I mean, headed into the gas station is...
No, you're not there yet.
Okay. Then it would still be Murph out front. Murph out front, I would say Emmett right behind that with Bruce and Novak pulling up the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Murph is going to be a little bit more cautious than usual because it's a gas station. It's a tank that was, according to them, blown up. Just a little wary, like just for potential setup.
Merrick's kind of struggling to keep up with these guys because he's a little more out of shape. So he's kind of at the back and he's sweating a little bit more than the rest of them.
Kyle?
I've got the book out, and I'm just kind of paying very little attention, still thumbing through it. Every now and again, you'll hear me kind of mutter some French as I go through some things in it, but I'm just kind of taking it cover to cover.
And you guys see him just like flipping through the book as you're going along. As you're coming in, you can see the highway up ahead of you, and to your southeast, you can actually make out where the gas station is. It's kind of, the highway's running pretty much straight north at this point, and there's another car. Like, from where you are, like, you can just barely make out a tank on the, you know what? Actually, I need to roll for this. Someone roll me, what is the fucking dice size for this shit? I think it's 2d10, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 2d10. Someone roll me 2d10.
Okay. A 6 and a 3.
All right, so you're about, let's see, 6 and a 3, so that's 9 times 4, so 360 meters away. And you can see the gas station up there, like I said. You're coming in from, like, behind it, like it's on the western side of the road, basically. And there's some trees around it, and you can just barely make out, like, a tank on the southeast corner of it. Like, you can just kind of see it there. And on the north side of the gas station, in front of it, since you're coming in from behind it, you see another car sitting there. And that's pretty much what you got. Chris, you rolled 4 successes. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, hold on. Give me a second then. All right. But yeah. So I'm assuming once you see the gas station, you're going to pop out the binoculars and take a real good look at it, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you start taking a good look at it, and as you're looking around, you start to scan the areas around it, and across the highway from it, you pick up some movement. People in the tree line. And I'll throw you guys on a map.
When you say movement in the tree line,
Like you say, like a person in the tree line. Like, looks like someone's like watching the gas station.
from the opposite side of where the car and the tank are.
Right. Like I said, I'm going to move you over to the map. So go ahead. Do what you want to do. Say what you want to say.
I, Jeremiah, fucking hate gas stations now.
Right? Well, guys, looks like somebody beat us here.
What do you mean that they beat us here?
I don't know if your friends at the village set us up or this is a coincidence or what, but we've got somebody across the street appears to have set up some kind of I don't know if it's an ambush. I don't know if they're just watching. Maybe it's a coincidence, but my spidey sense is going crazy.
From the look of it, like they're looking at weapons, like at the gas station. Like it kind of looks like, but the only reason you kind of notice them is that they're not all like in prone aimed at it, but like a couple of them are, and like two of them are kind of just like you notice one of them that's just like sitting there drinking a canteen at this point, which is partially why you notice them. They're in the foliage across the street. That's who you notice. But then as you look around and scan around, you notice that there's four of them in various positions around. What do you want to do? And y'all are a little bit further away. I just have you kind of in the general direction of where you're coming from. So what do you guys want to do?
So I pointed out to them, I'm like, okay, see the tank there? See that tree line right there? They are obviously watching that spot.
What are our options here?
I mean, we either go out around this mess or, which isn't what we're here to do, or we try and move in on it. And we got two options with that, is we either try and sneak up on it all together, but I mean, these guys kind of look like they're keeping an eye on the gas station, so I'd hate to send in Novak here, and I don't think the unarmed entrance is going to work out well this time around.
No, this looks like they are setting up ambush for anyone who comes by. That does not seem like
No.
a good man kind of thing.
Well, I don't think they've seen us. So what do you think about looping around and either coming to them from behind or from the north?
I mean, you got eyes on them, so if we can just move up to where you can get a shot on them.
I was looking at the distance.
That's not
It's not accurate right now.
That's not accurate. We're much farther than that.
Yeah, you're like
What'd you say,
360 meters away right now.
So you're
Second
at the
range increment.
second, yeah.
Right. What I was thinking of doing is getting up to see the rock outcroppings before the road. If we headed due east, sorry.
Up to the north?
Yeah, like the rocks here.
Yeah.
Oh, trees would block that though.
I mean, if you can see him where you're at, you got a shot on him where you're at from 360 meters.
Yeah, but I count at least 4, right, Adam?
Yes.
But if we drop the first one,
And announce
Maybe
our
the other
presence,
ones
and
run
then
away.
the element of surprise is completely gone.
Or they bail.
well, I mean,
If they bail, the question is that a working car?
that would be the biggest question.
What do you think of this, Adam? I'm not asking you to tell me if I'm right or wrong, like if it's a
Wrong.
good plan or not. My question is more, if we were to, this is more me talking visibility from their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
These trees here block our view.
Once you get over there, yes. But to get there, you'd get a bonus for your distance, but you're still in open terrain at that point, which, if I remember correctly, affects the recon roll.
What if we went northeast?
That's what I'm saying. Like, to get over where you want to go. I'm saying to start with, it's going to be like a +2 for distance and like a minus, whatever it is. Hold on. Infiltration, a -1. So it's like a cumulative +1, basically.
I would get a bonus, but they wouldn't, and we go by the lowest recon, right?
Everyone would get a +1 for the distance. The lowest
No,
one
I'm
would
talking
get-
about I'd get a +1 for infiltrator.
Right. Well, another +1. So you'd get a +2, but everybody else would get a +1. I'm saying +2 for distance, -1 for open currently, where y'all are, because you can see them, so they could see you if you start trying to circle around. But anybody sneaking is going to get a +1 to try to move. So
Because what we could do, come in through the trees on the north side of those trees, and then come down here, get prone, and engage from there.
right at that point, you'd be able to see the 2 to the north and the 1 to the south, but that 1 to the far east you wouldn't be able to see because he'd be blocked by the foliage of the other ones. From that
Okay.
location, this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you
If
guys
you
think?
were closer, like here, you'd be able to see all 3. Or all 4 of them. Like line of sight wise.
So if we were to come more south through here,
I mean, you can loop around further, you know what I mean? And then, like, because you're further northwest anyway, is my point. Like, you're 360 meters northwest right now. So
I
you
get
could
you.
cut over and then come down, and that's fine.
yeah, the only thing I'm thinking is if there's trees-ish on both sides of the road, so we would have cover crossing the road right to that spot that you're talking about right there with decent cover.
Okay. If that's what you want to do.
Thoughts, guys?
This is your operation. Merrick's functioning as a investigator at this point, so
The only people that are going to have to roll the recon roll are those that are moving forward into a position.
oh no. No. No.
What do you mean, no?
I can see from where I'm at. I'm good. I am good.
Move through the trees, set up a good firing position.
At that point, if you're going to that foliage, you're going to get a bonus for the foliage and a +1. But first, it's going to be like from the terrain, I'm saying. So +1 for the distance, and to set up in that, you're going to get another +2 in that foliage there. Right here. But first, you got to move into that position.
Understood. And by going that way, we only have about this. And even
Right. There's still going to be an open terrain roll at that point, which is a
Yep.
+1.
I got you, but it's not as much as if we went north. I guess it's the same. It's more direct, and it's the same amount of exposure.
My point is the first roll is going to be just to move in to try to come around and
Yep.
wherever you're going to go. And then the second roll is to set up in that position, is what I'm
Yep.
saying. Okay.
Emmett?
Yeah, Murph.
So, but it's going to be the lowest of whoever goes. So that's the question. Who all's going? Because everybody else you're all 360 meters away right now.
Well, I mean, Emmett's going to stick with Murph. He's not going to not try and get up to this gas station.
I need somebody who's going to hit the shot.
And, you know, I got the M60 at this point, so
All right. So Emmett's going to go with Murph. What is your recon, Emmett?
Emmett's recon is a C and a C.
All right, so it'll be a +1 roll on your side.
B and a C.
Right. And the question is, so you guys are both going to move in to try to go to that position, essentially. And are you going to go to the same spot Murph is, or are you going to go to a different location? Where do you want to go?
I figured I would go probably to the adjacent hex to him.
Yeah, 1 hex away.
Yeah.
And Lieutenant and Merrick both gonna stay back.
I will stay here and cover the third man on the south side. So there's the 2 to the north and the 1 to the south directly below them. I will cover him, and if he leaves his square...
Are you talking about this one, Jeremy, or this one?
His hex. The one directly to the south of the 2 in the north.
Okay.
So I will ping the man.
Yep, that's why I wanted to know.
On the map?
Okay, yeah.
He is almost directly south of those 2. If he moves from his hex or begins to fire at you, I will shoot that man, but I will stay here. Okay?
Okay.
LT, what are you going to do?
I'm planning on being told what to do.
Captain?
Well, I mean, after last time, I would say, yeah, let's leave him with you. You will move as 2 separate units.
Battle buddies.
Yep, like you're supposed to. So, me and Murph will move up, take a position, and then you 2 can hold back.
Might I make a suggestion? If LT is going to stay back with Merrick, LT could act as a spotter for Merrick, which would give him a +1
Ooh.
to the shot.
What do you have for range combat, Co?
A D and a B.
Oh, yeah, no, I got you. Okay. But yeah, give me a +1. That'd be great.
And I have binoculars.
Right. Well, the binoculars are just how you're
Based on
being the
distance,
spotter.
I'm just,
Yeah.
meta.
Yeah. All right. So, Emmett, roll your recon roll at a +1 to move into the position.
10 and a 3, so 2.
Do you want to push that roll?
Oh, that's right. It's opposed.
Yes. I'll push the 3. Nope, still a 3.
And Emmett and Murph start to move towards the tree line.
I wasn't sure if you were going to wait to the first shot or what you were going to do to cut the...
Same.
Yep.
I knew it was coming.
Yep,
I just
I
wasn't
was waiting.
sure
I was
where.
seeing how far we're going to push it.
I actually thought he was going to say whether they saw us or not and then stop it.
Nope, he'll make us hang out in space on whether or not we got found out.
How many successes was that, Brian?
2.
You know how many they need to see you?
2.
2.
You know,
I mean, the most I could have gotten was 3, and I did push it. And so I did all I could do.
I did not see this place being camped out. That was not in my vision. So this is...
I kind of saw it coming.
I did too.
I did not.
No, we don't get to just walk into the final destination.
It's a gas station. Of course it's going to be fucked up.
It's true. Man.
Nobody lives at a gas station.
If you or someone you love is struggling with combat-related PTSD, please call 877-717-7873. Again, that number is 877-717-PTSD. Or you can visit online ptsdusa.org. That's PTSD Foundation of America. If you call, you'll be immediately connected to a combat veteran who understands those experiences. And if you go to the website, they have in-person groups scattered throughout the United States. And if there isn't a peer group near you, they have online peer groups. Again, that's PTSD Foundation of America. If you're struggling, you don't have to go it alone.